90% of the game. And then the fourth gate is just the mere act of journeying, the journey itself, and that's like the icing in the cake. But as cool as it might be, any of these stages, the point is that we are exercising our awareness. Can we have awareness? Because the dreams have also maps. The dreams are treasure maps. They are like a code that contains new energy. And one of the things we can do with dreams, besides it's fun, feels good to be able to be aware and to change a dream and to be conscious of what's happening, we can also then take that event and find a new energy there. Find a new energy. Find it's our inner seer that is bringing us the opportunity to see something in a way that is bypassing the cognitive system of deduction and all that. So it's a form of silent knowledge. Silent knowledge is information that comes to us when we are in dreaming. In waking hours is spontaneous information that comes to us when it's not caught by the inner dialogue, right? In dreaming at night is the same thing. The dreams, when they are a dream of, when we bring awareness to the dream, they act as information that comes to us, and so we can get information. We can exercise our attention in a way that we can look at a dream and find a new energy. When we are remembering a dream, we are focusing on the body feeling of whatever happened in the dream. In a similar way as when we are focusing on the recapitulation, we start from the generalities of what happened in the event, and then we go deeper into the body feeling that happened during the event. And the energy, as we always say in our recapitulation series, is found in the body feeling, in the body experience. Just the same happens in dreaming. When we are remembering a dream, it's not that much important the details of the dream per se, but only as a means to then check what was the feeling in the body about those elements. How was our relationship to what was happening in the dream? Because the manifestations of the dream are these elements of this code, and the body feeling is the message. That's why it's not that meaningful for someone else to interpret your dream, because what matters more than what happened in the dream is your relationship to what happened in the dream. So when we are now investigating our dreams, we want to be focusing on any item when we are remembering, right? So we are trying to extract awareness from a dream that took place, even if during the time of the dream you were not conscious of it. The possibility of being aware in a dream doesn't stop when the dream already happened, when you wake up in the morning. We can, just as when we are recapitulating an event that happened in the past, doesn't mean that we lost the event. We can move our awareness to the event in the past, and we can do many things to exercise our awareness and to change the impact in our body and to extract information from the event. The same thing is with the dreams. In a way, what we are beginning to do now is to recapitulate our dreams in a similar way.
Can you?
Yes.
Very mild. Can you repeat again? I think it is very important.
Which part? The recapitulation link?
Yeah. Recapitulation link. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we are the we all want to be aware at the moment the dream is happening, and that's fantastic. Uh, if we are not, doesn't mean that we lost it. We can bring our awareness to the dream after it happened, the next day, the next week, in a similar way that you can do with a recapitulation. An event that happened last year doesn't mean that it's lost. With your awareness, when you recapitulate the event, you can go back to the event, insert yourself in it, and do all kinds of things to change your experience of it, to take information out of it, to restore the integrity of your energy body that was, in a way, uh, damaged or affected by the moment of the event. So with the dreaming is the same thing. That's why we wanted to have this dream log to start to then uh, bring the dreams that happened into the consciousness in the daytime, and then we can work with them in a way that we can take out energy, new energy from them, like hunters of energy. Um, so we want you to start to do that more overtly. And when you looking at a dream, I'll give you two or three simple guidelines. So the first thing is uh, look at as much as you can, pay attention to the environment of the dream. The environment. Don't get too caught up with the people that appeared in the dream and your relationship with the people. Focus on the environment, the place. As much as you can, bring up details of the place. Second thing is, then I want you to really pay attention to how does it make you feel. Maybe there was a bright light on the side, or maybe it was there was a storm happening, and then how does it make you feel to focus on the storm, the manifestation of that item in the dream. I want you to pay attention to that item in the dream. Exercise your attention on the items of the environment and ask yourself or connect to, as if you were recapitulating, the feeling that it gave you, that item in the dream. The third point is focusing on the item in the dream can act as an energy generating element when you are thinking about the dream the next day, just as focusing on an item on your dream during the dream as an energy generating element can shift you to a second dream. The same thing happens when you are recapitulating the dream. You focus on a particular element, like I said, maybe the storm that was happening, and you focus on the storm, and then you connect to the feeling that it arises in you by being connected to the storm. And then you ask yourself, where else have I had this feeling? Where else have I felt this way? And then that may take you to a different event in your life, a different dream. And there you are in your second gate of dreaming. And then you focus on the other event that this led you to. And you focus your attention on this other event. Because in this case, this item of the dream, this energy generating item of the dream, it was a code for you to explore another event in your life that took place in the past, where the same feeling was there. And the dream is bringing you the opportunity to bring new energy into this old event. And the dream is a code. And that storm that appeared in the dream was your code to go to the possible lesson to get new energy from this other dream. Does this make sense? So we are what? Sorry, who was that?
makes sense now.
Okay, thank you. So we will develop this, okay? But I want us to enter into dreaming in a much bigger platform, not just, oh, it's fun to be aware in a dream, and we get caught for years trying to find our hands, and we are judging our warriorship and our capacity and our self-worth as a warrior based on how much we can focus our hands in the dreams, and that's just uh, drop that. It's a disaster. It's not in any way what matters. Uh,
Right.
yes.
Let's say, so then, may I say that the feeling in my dream, the situation I'm living, that dream is that it's what has a lesson for me. Could I say that?
Well, I mean, look, we're given tools of practice. We don't want to be like with absolute conclusions on anything. Especially in an area that is so non-linear like dreams are and dreaming. So uh, no conclusions, no definitive conclusions. But that being said, the one of the ways that we can interact with dreaming is as uh, invitations or possibilities that our inner seers bring into us to find a new energy, to awareness, to find awareness, to be more aware. That's the goal. The goal is awareness. So I want to just first is what are we aiming at here? And then is dreaming at night is one other vehicle to develop our awareness. And awareness is very much intertwined with connecting and exercising our connection to our energy body, because that's when we have game. When we are with our energy body and acting with it, that's when everything happens. That's when awareness becomes much more keen. So yes, you can also get the same kind of thing from the people in the dream, but it gets more complicated and more mixed up with past experiences and memories. So it's a much easier entry for all of us to go at the elements in the dream, the items in the dream. Let's say you are having a dream at night, and you are aware of that you are dreaming in that moment, right? And you remember in that moment to put your attention in an item of the dream. Put your attention in an item that is not the person, an item, a wall, a painting, the sky, much clean, much better, less loaded with stuff. So the same thing I'm telling you is when you're remembering a dream the next day or a few days later, to as you recollect the dream, try to arm as much details as you can of the elements in the dream and focus on them. One of you asked if you are watching your hands in your dream, but you're not necessarily have a volition to say to yourself, "Oh, I'm watching my hands. I should do this or that." And your question was that a waste, or is that am I missing something?